Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Tats and Chats. I'm Alex. The wife's over there. We've got our main girl, Saph, one of our resident queens of Creep.
Hello.
And we're getting a sexy little razor blade and a little jigsaw with a jigsaw in it.
Can't wait.
Oh, yes. So, Saph's been coming to us for quite a while now. We've got lots of creepy shit. And it's going to keep going. We just come up with a really sick idea. You want to tell them about it?
Yeah, so, well, I can't do the motions with my hands right now, but
You can describe.
Tony came up with the idea because she's a genius.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get devil hands wrapped around my neck and have it like digging into my throat because, you know, I'm into that. If you were to see my arm, you'd see the type of horrors.
Yes, we've got eyeballs, we got Terrifier, we got a little demon knife, we got American Horror Story here, and we've also got a little three-horn.
He's not meant to be there.
We can turn him into a little zombie at some point.
That's a story of when like you're 17 and you go and get a stupid tattoo. Like that's him, but I love him.
Yeah, we love him, but we can turn him into like a little zombie-saurus.
Yeah, I remember when we tried to do it.
I drew it on there, but we didn't commit to it at that point.
No, I think in the future we'll figure something out.
That's okay.
But he's just like the odd one.
He's the odd one out.
Oddball.
But that's okay.
He might look innocent, but really he's not.
I think we're looking at innocent in the rearview mirror.
Yeah.
We were just talking about fucking Pyramid Head, for example. So yeah,
how sexy he is.
We're a little beyond that.
Yeah.
What other sexy villains can we think of? Like who is the hottest villain in horror?
That's a good question.
Like who is one that you would like to be chased by? Like
You know, you've got the stereotypical scream mask though. Like obviously
hello, Sydney. I want to see what your insides look like.
All I can think of is the parody, and it's like, what's that? It's like, I'd still fuck him.
Oh yeah.
You know? It's the humor.
You'd just be the fucking, what's the chick from, what was that other scary movie who's getting, she has a midnight romp with the ghost, and then he's just like, get away from me, you bitch, it was a booty call.
Is it
Scream 3? Is Scary Movie 3?
Scary. I was about to
It's the one where it's like, the dude's I've got my strong hand.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it?
No,
that was
but
funniest.
I know the parodies of them, the Scary Movie. This is the first one.
That was actually what the original working title was, but they changed it to Scream.
Okay.
So the original title for the Scream movies was Scary Movie. That's why the parody took it. It was like,
I had no idea.
But yeah, the Scream mask is iconic. I haven't seen the newest one, though. Apparently it's quite good, though.
I actually haven't seen it either. I kind of live under a rock these days and slowly gain wisdom from socialization.
Oh, that's like me as well. Like people ask me, I was like, oh, have you watched the new thing? I was like, no. We literally just finished watching Big Bang Theory again for like the 9th time in our relationship.
We watch it every year.
At least once.
Oh my gosh, really?
Oh, yeah.
That's like The Office, I guess.
And the wife still cries at the last episode.
Okay, but that's sad. I can understand.
Yeah, that last episode was gold.
It's like heartwarming. It was like...
mushy and stuff.
That's like Summer's mum. She loves to watch Big Bang Theory. She'll watch horror stuff and like all of that juicy stuff.
We love all the different genres, but there's just things that you go to when you're just like, I don't want to watch anything new. I don't have the brain power. Just chuck any...
Or you can't be bothered to sit there and flick and flick and flick
just go like,
to find
next,
something
next,
you want to watch.
next. And one of the things that I've found is that when people recommend me to watch things, I won't watch them. Because it's just like, oh, you gotta watch this. It's so fucking hype. And then it's just like, do I really want to risk this?
Then you do watch it and you're like,
what was all that hype for?
Fuck did we
Like
watch?
Bird Box. That was at the top of the freaking Netflix watch list for months. Watched it. Absolute shit.
Yes, that at the end, though, what the fuck did we just watch?
What did I just waste an hour and a half of my life for? Like, amazing cast. Incredible set of cast. John Malkovich, freaking Sandra Bullock, even Machine Gun Kelly. But, like, what the hell was that story? They were being chased by the wind. It was like a worse version of The Happening.
I think that it needed a little bit more
They could have made it into like a series. Like they could have explored it a little bit more, like a Walking Dead style system.
What it kind of reminded me of was what's that other horror movie and where the aliens come down and they have
The freaking
Quiet Place.
Quiet Place. Yeah.
It reminded me of that, kind of like a spin-off.
See, and A Quiet Place was awesome for the first movie. The second one was meh. The third one, I was like, what the fuck am I watching?
I just feel like it was done.
It
after
was
the first.
It honestly, the last movie did not need to exist.
Now some movies just don't need a sequel.
So They don't.
It's
They
good for
really
itself
don't.
in
Like
the
A
first
Quiet
one.
Place ended perfectly with it going, perfect,
Yeah.
end, leave it.
And there's some movies that need a sequel but don't get one.
Or they get a sequel that's like, wait, where's the other movie that should have been in between? Like Independence Day 2.
Yes.
Perfect example. There needed to be like an in-between movie because it's what, like 25 plus years in the future or whatever? And it's like, wait, we've missed a whole bunch of shit here. Like, I feel so
The
lost.
aliens just invaded. What the hell?
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden it's 25 years later and we're still fighting the aliens.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, just
And now they're doing, I think they're still doing the next movie, but I really hope not because it was bad.
I actually think realistically, if we went to war with aliens, it would be done. Like,
There's, like we have no chance. I'd be like, okay, you can treat me as a pet. I like my belly rubbed.
and they're gonna be like, "What? You're gonna nuke us? Nuke your own planet? You're gonna die?"
They probably have a source of weaponry that makes nukes look like a freaking like paintball gun.
Literally,
Like they have like planetary destroyers or like
See,
black
I
hole
just-
generators or some shit.
At that point you just go, all right, you can have it.
It's like fucking take it. We were ruining it anyway.
We've fucked it already.
Just like fix it up and we'll come back in 1,000 years and see what you've done with the place.
Genuinely, though,
Yeah, just put me in cryo sleep, fix the planet up, wake me back up.
I would betray humans and take the aliens
In a
side.
heartbeat.
I'm so sorry, aliens.
In a fucking heartbeat.
I'm taking their side. Probe me. I don't care. Take me. I don't want to be here.
I mean, experimentation and all, but it's like, there's too many of us just like...
I'll be a science experiment. Just take me away. Honestly, I don't want to
I'll
pay
just
bills.
sit in my cage and watch.
See,
I'll be a cock if I have to be.
I'm cool to just, I'm out.
Yeah.
It's like if there was a zombie apocalypse.
Oh yeah, she said she doesn't want to do the whole survival thing. She's just like, fucking kill me or make me into a zombie and I'll be a pack mule.
That, I really have to think about that. I feel like I'd have fun for a little bit.
See, I would do like a couple of months.
Yeah.
I would go around, I'd take a couple of heads, I'd do the whole fucking like a post-apocalyptic thing, but the second I'm reduced to eating cat food or I'm eating fucking like 5-week-old stale shit,
Whatever.
like canned shit,
Look.
or if I have to resort to eating tofu, we're done. Even during the fucking like hurricanes,
You're like,
people weren't taking vegan food.
you're like, I'll eat raw fish, but no, not tofu.
Yeah, no,
please.
tofu can fuck off.
Not the
Tofu,
vegan shit.
kale,
I can't.
all that, the hippy dippy shit. No,
I
thank
was
you.
gonna say Alex would be fucked because most of it would be fresh vegetables and stuff.
Yeah, you can fuck right off with that shit.
He don't eat any of that.
No,
See, like, I can live off baked beans or what.
I will live off baked beans.
I will live off
I will
baked beans.
fart my way through the apocalypse.
Genuinely.
You just have to get to the supermarket fast enough to get all the baked beans.
That's the problem. I have to fight everyone else off for these supplies, okay?
And,
but
like,
that's the
look at
fun
how-
part, okay? So it's like, okay, I'm
Look at
rather
how
gonna-
people reacted during COVID.
Yeah.
Exactly, the toilet paper. I'm rather gonna die.
Toilet paper and pasta, they thought it was going to save their lives.
Yeah, I'm rather gonna die shooting myself, getting killed by a zombie, or by another civilian. So I'd rather take out another
Or like
civilian.
you'll scratch yourself
You're
on
probably
something.
better off. You're probably more likely to go out from another civilian.
Oh,
Than a zombie because they're like everyone.
in a
for
zombie
themselves.
apocalypse, I'll take zombies any day because I know what they want.
Yes, you know they're
I know what they're after.
They want your brain.
And excuse me, why does no one ever wear chainmail in zombie movies? Chainmail, suits of armor,
Kevlar.
I
Kevlar.
didn't think about that.
Yeah, chainmail. Fucking
Because it's heavy.
so? I would rather be slow and alive.
At least if they're gnawing on you, like can't do anything.
Yeah, they can't do shit.
But what about like if they? Oh no, they can't even scratch you.
Nope.
That's really smart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but chainmail's not
It's not impenetrable, but a zombie's not going to scratch through chainmail. It's not going to bite through chainmail.
But I guess so. Like your stamina is reduced.
Yes.
And then you can't carry as much. So like imagine you're running from a horde of zombies, right?
Mm.
One catches you. You're on the ground.
Yes.
Now you have to try to get back up, but there's like crawlers and all sorts of shit on you. They might not be able to bite you, but they're crushing you.
I think at that point, it doesn't matter if you're Usain Bolt. You ain't running from a horde.
No.
Zombies don't get, well, from my understanding, they don't get tired.
Yeah. It's
So-
like a
Some of them
crackhead.
get
Yeah.
super strong.
Exactly. Like that, I'm actually really interested to see how this new 28 Years Later movie is going to come out.
What's this?
28 Days Later, 28 Weeks Later?
No.
Old zombie movies, like one of the originals. Like, you know how, did you ever watch The Walking Dead?
Yes.
You know how Rick woke up in the hospital
Yes.
after being fucked up?
Yes.
They kind of stole that from 28 Days Later.
What,
That
the
was
don't open dead inside, all that
pretty
shit?
much like that whole intro scene where he's in the hospital and there's no one else around. That was in 28 Days Later.
Huh.
That was like the very first iteration of that.
Wow, so Walking Dead stole the spotlight because I haven't heard of the first one.
Pretty
so-
much. Yeah. And honestly, the way that it goes is
Yes,
incredible.
it's so overdone.
I stopped after the 5th season.
I think I stopped when Negan killed frickin' Glenn.
No, I didn't even get that far in.
I don't think I got that.
Yeah.
Last thing.
Sorry, spoiler alert. Well, were you going to sit down and watch it?
No,
So, yeah, not really a spoiler.
I don't mind spoilers. Like, I like to know things.
Me too. I stab people and I know things.
Yeah, and I'll forget it anyway. So
Mhm.
some information sticks,
Mhm.
and some just flows out the other way.
Yeah, and sometimes it's like, where did that information even come from?
Yeah,
And then you have to dig deep into your memory base, like, wait, where did that come from?
yeah.
Where's the bibliography of my brain?
You know what? No information is useless either because stuff I've learned 5 years ago that I thought was useless, I've brought up in a conversation.
And you just be like, wow, you're smart.
Yeah, I'm like, how did I know that? Oh, because I was sitting down one day in front of the computer and just
Just
Googling
typing
shit.
away, or like you had a video on in the background. And it's like,
Yeah. My
Like-
brain decided to memorize it for some reason.
like I was obsessed for a long time with Matthew Santoro's like 50 Amazing Facts thing from YouTube.
Okay.
Like he's got like 200 videos now about 50 Amazing Facts. And I don't know how I've retained so many of them, but he makes them entertaining. And I would just be doing something else. Like I'd be like, if I was playing a video game or I was like doing homework when I was younger, I would have that on in the background so it keeps my brain going. It's like when I'm tattooing, I'll be listening
He's
to
not that old.
What?
Matthew Santoro, he's not that old.
Yeah, he is. He's had a YouTube channel for like 13 years, babe.
How long's YouTube been out for?
Oh, you
Like
made
17
my eyebrows
years.
twitch.
Like 15, like the oldest YouTube videos that I've found are like 18 years old. I was actually looking back at some of the old memes like
You-
Power Thirst and I'm firing my laser.
Oh, wait, remember we loved
Yeah, I know. So yeah, like some of those like 17 years old. Matthew Santoro's been around for a long time.
You were in high school 13 years ago?
I was 17. I was 17 13 years ago, babe. Still love me, right? Cradle snatcher.
I'm so old. I felt that right in my core. Like I haven't been at school for almost
The
18
wife
years.
just had a realization.
Shit.
She's like, oh, fuck.
You've come back to reality.
Yep.
I don't laugh it.
She's like, stop making me feel old, you asshole.
Want to go back to dissociating.
Sounds like a nice place to be.
So I can have a nothing box, you can have a dissociation box. How about that? Just unplug from the mainframe and just being like, I'm over here now.
You don't like my dissociating.
No, I don't. I also don't like you freaking out, so one or the other.
It's not fun either.
No.
I'll be dissociating mid-conversation.
Oh, the wife will too.
I do it a lot with Summer and Nadia, and I feel really bad about it because I'll be like, I will be really, really engaged.
And then all of a sudden, blank.
Yeah, and then I'll just be staring off, and I won't hear nothing that they said, like literally nothing. Like
But
They're talking right here.
The wife and I will have a full-blown conversation, like full emotion. She's understanding what I'm saying. I'll talk to her the next day and she'll be like, that never happened.
It's like that. There's a lot of blurred spots I have within
It's
my
like
days.
autopilot or
just
the brain switches off for a little bit.
And
But since they're your besties, do they know?
they know when so they don't get upset because they
like when they know
understand.
it's going to happen, it's like it's not like you're just ignoring them.
No, I think that's why, is because they can discern between the fact that
Dissociation and
only
you being a bitch and
certain
saying,
friends
I'm not
can do
listening to you.
yeah, exactly. That's why I've kept my group small, because not everyone can understand me.
Mhm.
Because
Having a small group
Yeah.
is a smart tactic.
yeah, you're an enemy of yourself if you're friends with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
Better to have 3 good friends than 30 false ones.
don't get me, like, I have my acquaintances and other friends, but the ones that I really spend most of the time with are the ones that do genuinely understand me
Mhm.
and know
They
that
don't hate you.
they don't exactly like for example, like, my face can be real like resting bitch face, and people might think I'm upset or I'm angry at them.
You're just being neutral.
I'm probably thinking about a video game
Mhm.
and how to get past a certain quest.
I
to be
do that
honest.
all the time.
And I'm just like, what, like, because I'm playing strategy games at the moment. So I'm just thinking strategy. But, like, mid conversation, sometimes I'll even zone out and be thinking about that. And then I'll zone back into the conversation. I'm like,
You're like,
shit,
what?
what were they saying?
Mm.
But I don't mean to do it. It's just one of those things that happens.
I hate when I do that when clients are standing in front of me.
I don't mean, like, I just understand when other people do it too. So, like, I don't hold it against anyone for zoning out of a conversation, because I'm like, it's just whatever, man.
Mm.
Yeah. But, because I kind of want that for other people too. And it's the same with, like, interrupting. I don't care when someone interrupts me, because with someone that has ADD or autism, you're doing it, like, you can speak and listen at the same time, like, in a conversation. And you're
also-
so excited to just say what you need to say.
And also, when you have a point that's going to be made at the perfect
there.
time,
Yes, right.
but then people interrupt you, you're just like, oh.
Yes.
That happens all the time with me. I'll have the perfect thing, but then someone will carry it's like, no, come back.
Yeah.
I have the perfect thing to add to this conversation.
You heard my punchline.
Yes.
Yes.
The comedic timing is ruined.
And then with neurotypicals, they just think you're interrupting them or being rude, but you're not. You're just adding.
I'm just trying to be part of the conservation in my own way.
I'm trying to let you know that I'm active listening and I'm part of this conversation. And
Like when I get excited about things, I get loud,
yeah, so do I.
and the wife
hear
constantly has to
myself.
tell me to shut up.
The amount of
Not so
time.
much shut up. You just got to turn it down.
I am my father's son.
I know.
I don't have a volume limiter.
That has been my whole life. As soon as I get excited, my voice starts raising really loud, and like it'll be nighttime or a very inappropriate time, and I'm like cracking up laughing or like, you know, doing impressions at the loudest voice I can. And then my mum or dad will come in, they'll be like, "Can you shut up?" It's 11 at night.
It all happens all the time when I'm over at my parents' place. Like me and my sister will be having a conversation, we're having a laugh, we're getting some good jokes in, and mum's just like, shh.
Can you turn it down just a bit? Just turn it down a bit. I'm
It's
like,
like, but it's...
why don't you turn it up?
Exactly.
How about that?
I'll get you some earmuffs for Christmas.
Exactly.
Yes, please.
You look pleased. Especially like when you're annoyed, you know, she needs to clock out.
Mm.
Love you. Mwah.
What I have to deal with every day.
You love it.
I do.
You signed up for it.
I did. I'm locked in.
Yes.
Yay.
You both are.
You sound so excited.
Oh, I know I annoy you sometimes to the point where we're just like, fuck, I married this thing.
No, it's more like, okay, this is where we're at right now.
Yeah, so this is happening. This is a thing.
It's all gross.
Mm-hmm. Just like fungus. Just like a cordyceps virus in your brain.
That's what we need the fun gals in for a fun gal podcast.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the fun gals, yeah.
Fun gals. That can be the title.
See, like, whenever we get an episode with all 3 of you in, it's going to be like...
Yeah, no, there's a lot happening.
Yeah, you're just seeing 1/3 of the troop at this point. This is like not even at half my full power.
So like just this
This is just one.
times 30.
Yeah, like it's this times 3, and then times 3 again when you add the other one. So it's logarithmic.
But it's great fun.
Oh yeah, we have good banter.
I think any tattoo artist would be lucky.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I think some tattoo artists would hate to see us come in.
Oh yeah, I know some that would just be like, fuck these girls up.
Yeah, you just shut up.
But we find it entertaining.
Exactly.
See, we have some clients that we think that.
Oh really? Is it just because they're annoying? Like, yeah.
There's ones that like, it's like they don't have, it's like the blinders are on. Like they can only see what they want when they want it. They don't see what's happening here. They're just like, I want what I want. I don't care if it upsets you, sort of thing.
Right.
Which, I get it. It's their body. They're allowed to get what they want, but just talk to me like a person. Don't treat me like a slave.
The thing is, though, you are an artist, right?
Yes.
So it is your choice on what you want to draw.
Yes.
And what you want to have on somebody else's body because it represents your art.
But I also have to pay my mortgage.
Yes, even though it's their idea.
Yes.
But like,
Alex has actually had the argument because a chick on Facebook was.
Oh yeah, this whole thing. If I can find this reel, I need to like screenshot it and then make it like a transcript because it was so entertaining.
Yeah, she was going on about how the artist wasn't doing what she wanted to do, and she's paying for a service. She's paying for a service, so she should get what she wants,
regardless if it's offensive or against his
tattoo artists just have to do it.
I think that if that artist doesn't want to do it, find one that does.
Exactly.
Instead of making such a fuss about it.
What I did was I put an argument to it. It's like, okay, so if we're providing a service and we don't have a choice, and you come up to me and you say, okay, I want a swastika on my forehead, or on my face, or on my forehead or something, do I have the right to say no? She says, no, you don't have the right to say no. If the client comes in and asks you for it, you have to do it. Like, you do know there is a thing that's for free will, right?
Yeah.
I am neither a slave nor am I a robot.
I just kind of look at it like, imagine if you were an artist as in like painting.
Oh yeah.
And someone wanted you to like commissioned you for a piece or whatever it was. And they're like, I'm forcing you to paint this. Right?
It's like I'm the one who has to sit there and do it. If I don't feel the inspiration, the emotion for what I'm doing, like some clients will come in and they'll just say, look, I love your work. I've been following you for a while. These are the tattoos I have. Do something similar. But you have creative freedom. Like, I get not everyone has that sort of trust in their artist. But when that happens, a little part of me goes, this is going to be fun. Basically, they just need to tell me a budget and then just let it rip. Because otherwise, I will tend to go a little over the top and the wife's just like, husband, they have a budget of like $200. Calm the fuck down.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, I can't wait for my compensation because got a nice little chunk set away.
Well, we will do some exterior decorating when that happens.
Yes, well, yes.
That's right.
We have some days ahead of us.
To be determined later.
Yes.
Be contended.
Yes. But yeah, like the continuing on from that conversation is like, okay, so if an artist doesn't do portrait work, for example, and you're asking them to do a portrait, if it's literally not in their skill set, they have to refuse you, otherwise you're going to be upset with the outcome.
Yes.
Correct? Exactly. And she's like, well, they should not be an artist if they can't do everything. I'm just like,
no.
You don't seem to understand how people work.
Like, you're not going to go to a sticker place if you want your car airbrushed, are you?
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's also a thing, like, okay, for a lawyer, right? You go to law school, but you don't learn every
type of
single
lawyer.
thing. You're not a lawyer for everything. You choose a specific, major. Exactly. What do you want to excel at? And that's what you go.
And there is.
So you don't go to a contract lawyer for a criminal case.
No.
Right? You don't go to a criminal.
You can.
You're just going to lose.
Yeah, but you're not going to go to like, for example, same with a portrait artist. Someone that doesn't do portraits, you're not going to go to them and ask them for a portrait. Right? It's the same.
It's the same thing. Like, people have made entire careers out of mastering a style, like being known for specific things. Like, Nico Tato is color realism master.
Well, like,
Yeah.
there's like glitter tattoos or something.
Yeah, exactly. There's I forget her name. I think it's Jenna Kerr. I can't remember. She does these crystal tattoos, and they look absolutely incredible. Things that I would never be able to even conceptualize, but it's just how her brain works.
Because she's specialized and practiced in that specifically.
Yeah, and that's all she does.
Yeah.
Or Jesse Pinkman does only New School, but he is the best.
What's New School?
New School is basically like cartoon caricature style. So like extended features,
So like
dynamic expressions.
Big teeth.
Yeah, like
eyes.
think like Looney Tunes on crack.
Yeah, little bodies.
Yeah. And he's known for that. It's literally all he was ever done for. Like you can see all of his portfolios, it's all he did, but he was the best.
At it, yeah.
Best at it. And watching him on Ink Master, it sucks because he's so good at what he does. And when he was asked to do something that wasn't his niche, he was penalized for it.
Mm.
And sure, maybe not going on something where it's an all-rounder thing, but he eventually did show later that he can do it if he puts his mind to it.
Yeah.
But when you are so locked into a style and you've spent your entire career mastering that one thing, that's the thing you do. Whereas what I've done is I've tried to be an all-rounder. I've tried to be able to like, okay, someone comes in, I can accommodate.
Mm.
The only thing I try not to touch at this point is family portraits. I can do animal portraits, I can do like celebrity portraits, but when it comes to family members, they need to be done by someone who does that specifically, because doing a family portrait is you're trying to capture a person's soul.
Yeah.
You have to be able to see beyond the pixels of a photo. You have to be able to like capture that entire person's essence in the tattoo, and I'm not there yet. Like I can do a tattoo that looks like your grandmother, but I need to make it that is your grandmother sort of thing. That's where my head's at. It's an emotionally charged tattoo that needs to be done properly.
It's
And,
really good that you have the humility to say that.
Oh, I'll tell you straight up. It's like
Because-
if I can't do it to the standard that it needs to be done, I will be willing to give up a client to make sure they get it done properly.
Some people won't do that. They'll be like, yeah, I'll do it. And then they do a terrible job.
See, like the way that I've seen is like my ego is not worth a lifetime of your unhappiness.
Yeah. That's a good thing. See, it's a good artist.
And
I like seeing people as people, not freaking paychecks.
Yeah. That's a good thing.
But he probably could do the portraits.
Oh, I could.
It's just-
Like I said, if I knuckled down and just like if I was booking in a portrait, I'd be like, okay, no one else is coming in today.
Yeah.
Like I'm not booking anyone else after, I'm not anyone beforehand. There's literally just this person and me, and this is all we're focusing on. But it's one of those things where like I need to feel confident enough in myself
And
to not show any reservations while I'm doing it. Like I don't want to be sitting there sweating while doing it.
Yeah.
But the client's got to be comfortable.
Oh, of course.
With you doing it.
Like it probably have to be someone that I've tattooed before, and I've done similar. Like say if I've done like a portrait of a lion or some like a celebrity portrait or something. So I know how their skin works. I know how they sit. I know that we have a good interaction and that they've got to be comfortable with me doing it. Like I've done fix-ups of family portraits before. So like if a person has like a 10-year-old portrait of his son or something, he has the original photo. It's like, okay, it's all there. All I have to do is just reapply what already exists.
Yeah.
Just bring it out, which I think is a good way to do it. And it's the same thing that I was talking about with the wife when she's doing her cosmetic tattooing. Having people who've already had the eyebrows and stuff done, it would be easier for her to start fixing up or reworking existing tattoos so she can get confident with not having to lay it in. It's just going over it.
Yeah.
Filling in the blanks. So once
You
I've
probably wouldn't have it for that.
yeah, so once I've done say a couple of reworks of
Yeah.
family portraits, then I can probably start moving my way up. Like I'm 10 years in now. I'd say it's probably going to be a couple of years more before I'm truly confident to say I can literally do anything that comes in the door.
Yeah.
I'm almost there. Almost.
I still want my glitter care.
I know you want your glitter Care Bear. That's a lot of dots.
Cute. Oh, you're a little dot.
Mm.
I haven't seen a heel glitter tattoo. I think that's what I want to see.
I've seen a couple.
Looks good.
They look good for a while, depending on the skin type.
Yeah.
Like if they got really pasty skin, it looks really good for a long time.
God damn, people.
See, the problem is that your natural skin tone acts as a filter over what the tattoo is. So if you've got like a darker skin tone like this, white will turn brownish yellow. That's just because that's what your natural skin tone is.
Yeah.
So it's reflecting through. It's like looking through a
It's just how the melanin mixes with the
ink.
It's not even so much that. It's just like when the skin prints over the top of the tattoo, you're basically putting a barrier between what the ink is and what the outside world sees. Like, because I'm super, super light. Like, I've got tattoos that are like 10 years old and have never faded. But if you were, say, working out in the sun every day, you're going to have basically the skin tone, plus you're going to be tanning over the skin tone, which is going to make it darker again.
Yeah.
A perfect example is this. There was a photo. It was viral for ages. This dude had a blue rose on his hand that was years old, but he was working out in the sun all the time. It was super dark. It looked like all the color had gone. And then he burned his hand and the skin started to peel away. And you could literally see
I think I remember. It was a bright blue traditional.
A bright blue traditional rose. And it was like, that's exactly what happens. Like once that skin layer is gone, you're seeing what the tattoo was originally. Like, obviously, tattoos do dissipate and fade over time because as your skin cells separate, the tattoo eventually starts to, like, spread apart, more layers of skin build on top. And depending on how the tattoo was done originally, it will fade at different rates.
Does your body actually eat the tattoo away? Like, does it digest? There
are some people that I've seen that certain colors literally disappear.
Yeah.
So they can get, say, a red or a yellow, and after a few years, that color is just completely gone. And I'm just like, either that's something to do with like the body's filtering system through the skin, like it registered that ink is like some sort of impurity and it was breaking it down on like a micro level, or it's something to do with like the quality of the ink. I honestly don't know about that one because that still baffles me. I'd love to know because from my understanding is the ink shouldn't go anywhere except for when the skin cells divide. So it should spread, but it shouldn't disappear.
Okay.
So I'd have to look into that one to get the exact science of like why certain colors disappear. Like my yellow is still bright as hell.
Very, actually.
Whereas I've seen some people who have yellow and like a year later it's just completely gone.
Yeah. I think I'd be one of those people.
So I think it's something to do with like the color is still there, but there's enough layers of skin over the top that it's
changed the
indiscernible.
All the color in Cedric's stars disappeared.
Yeah, that was weird. And it wasn't that like the scab came out. It was just his body just filtered it out. I'm assuming it's something to do with like the body filtering it out along with like the fact that he exposes it a lot.
I did want to know.
Like a sun bleaching thing.
Does scar tissue, do you have to go deeper with the scar tissue when you tattoo?
No, not necessarily because it depends on the type of scar. Like if you're dealing with keloid scars, that is literally collagen that's sort of clumped together and made this like solid lump.
Okay.
Some people's keloids can take ink. Other ones, there's no point. It doesn't hold. And you can't really tell until you've done it on them. So there are a couple that have done keloid scars tattoos on and they've healed beautifully. They've held absolutely great. You do have to be quite delicate though, because scar tissue is much more brittle than normal skin because your normal skin has flex to it, like it pulls and it moves. Scar tissue, it's more likely to rip and tear than stretch.
Good to know.
Yeah, so if you're doing scar tissue, you've got to be very delicate and it has to be at least 2 years old, from my understanding, because otherwise there aren't enough layers of the scar to hold the ink.
Okay.
And it will just cut and bleed.
Mine are all very old, so...
Like I've done so many scar cover-ups with like self-harm scars or surgery scars and stuff. And I always tell them, it's like, okay, how old is the scar?
Yeah.
It's like 3-4 years? Sweet, easy, done. Oh, it's only 6 months old? Can't touch it yet, sorry.
I mean, I have I've got a burn one, but
Burns are a little different.
It's you can just see the imprint, but the rest they're all
Like if it's
5+ years.
like if it's literally cut a channel through the skin and it needs to sew itself back together, that connective tissue needs to be settled enough.
Yeah. Yeah, no, mine are all like starting to tan. They're all very white. They were purple for like 2 years.
I was going to say, yeah, if they're white, that generally means that they've settled.
Yeah.
Purple scars, they're still, you can see basically the meat underneath the scar tissue.
Yeah, you can. They're very visible too.
Yeah. But scars can be covered with enough patience.
Yeah, I know like I've saved this arm because I want it to be a full piece.
Yeah, like we're going to design a whole thing.
Yeah,
I'm so excited about that one.
So is my mom. She wants it gone. I have a weird attachment to it though. It's like I've always shown my arm.
Know it's there.
I've always shown.
It'll still be there, and you can still see it, but it'll be like
something. If someone looks at your arm, they won't be able to immediately know.
Yeah. People
who know you will know that they were there, and they'll be able to see the transformation.
It's different because I've never hidden my arm. I've never been ashamed of it. I've never wanted to hide it.
Yeah, never be ashamed of living your life.
Yeah, and I never had a problem with people's reactions, but I just wanted to cover it to show that like
you've become
I've
a stronger
moved
person.
on from that chapter in life. And
see, there's a massive difference between being a victim and a survivor.
Yeah.
A survivor takes everything that's happened to them and then build themselves upon it. A victim only lets it take them down.
Yeah.
They let it rule their life.
Yeah.
So being
a survivor.
Yeah, be a survivor, not a victim.
I am a survivor. But I think I still feel like I'm still kind of going through
the healing process.
Yeah. And that
you're not quite there yet.
I'm not quite there yet too.
The wounds haven't become scars yet.
Yeah. I feel like once I cover it, it's like moving on from that. That is no longer a part of me, like, type of thing.
This is a new me.
It's like
life.
A mental thing more so than like a physical.
You're almost like you're still in the grieving process.
Yeah, that's it. Like
you haven't come to accept it yet.
But it's coming.
It's happening.
Yeah. My mum, but she's every time I come home with a creepy tattoo, she's like, "Oh, what did you get?" And she's smiling, and then she sees it, she's like, "Oh, yeah, literally." And she's like, "When are you
like this is how I cope."
Yeah, she's like, "When are you gonna get some nice things?" I was like,
"They're nice to me."
He's sexy. What do you mean? And they're like, I just tell her.
It's like art the clown.
Terrifier 3 is coming out soon.
I know. When I saw that, I'm just like, I know someone who's going to be absolutely balling.
They're showing it in a cinema in Brisbane, but I can't be bothered.
Are they giving out vomit bags like they did in the States?
Did they?
Yeah, legitimately. When they were doing the screening of Terrifier 2, they actually had vomit bags at the entrance to the door.
It can't make me vomit. I'll just be laughing.
Yeah, I remember watching Terrifier when I was tattooing. You're just like, it got to the Vagisaur scene, and you're just like, just like this. Yeah, I've seen that scene, and anyone who can laugh at that is like, okay, this chick's a little broken.
I don't know that. Like, how can you look at it and not laugh? That's like what's in my head. Like,
it's like this is so silly.
It is silly. It's like
I have no empathy for this bitch. She got caught.
No, and I like his facial features. And
it's like.
Yeah, he's cute. He's genuinely
He's always happy.
I think this Halloween, if I saw someone dressed as Terrifier, I'd just jump on them.
Just like, love me.
Yeah, I'm taking you home.
And then he'd be scared.
Yeah. You're the one that should be scared.
It's like those, whenever you watch those documentaries about serial killers or whatever, the second they get put in jail, they always have groupies.
Groupies?
Yeah, I'm not joking. Like the whole
I feel like you would be a serial.
Oh, you would definitely be a serial killer groupie. Like if there was a freaking Terrifier clown wannabe going around actually mutilating people like art, you'd be like,
yeah.
You would go to his trial. You'll hold up a sign being like, "Love me, art, too."
Free my man.
Marry me, yes. And you'd be like sending him money. You'd be freaking like going to all of his court hearings. Like, there was women.
See, you're laughing because it's true.
It is.
There was women literally sending Jeffrey Dahmer fucking tit pics, money. The dude didn't even like women.
You know, I think not if he looked like Jeffrey Dahmer, because if you see what he looks like to me, that's like no. But
He's a plain looking dude.
if he looked like that every single day,
if he actually had the long face, giant smile,
the face paint, the outfit, he didn't talk to me.
yeah, like was completely silent, completely taciturn.
What a dream.
A man who don't talk and splits you in half.
Yes.
Back in the day, Ted Bundy and Jeffrey Dahmer were considered good-looking men.
Oh yeah, like Ted Bundy was like sex icon, like getting all the ladies. So was freaking not Marilyn Manson, the other one.
Wait, wasn't Jeffrey Dahmer gay?
Yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer was completely gay.
Why is he on tit pics when he was literally gay?
Yeah,
Because bitches be crazy.
Yeah, bitches be like,
Okay.
maybe I can turn him. Maybe he can eat my heart out.
I reckon he sold those for some stuff.
Oh, he made a lot of money.
I would have.
He made so much money in jail. The guards actually started like vetting his mail and taking all of the cash.
Oh, they're making the next season.
It's out.
It's what?
I think it came out the 19th. 2 episodes.
I gotta wait
on
for it all to be
Netflix.
there.
Yeah, you do. Because
Charles Manson was the one I was thinking of. He was a sex
Charles
icon. Yeah, like he had so many women. Ridiculous.
So many groupies.
So many groupies.
I mean, not my kind of guy, but
You're not into like that 70s hippie era fucking thing.
yeah.
Too hairy.
I'm not into skinny men.
Too bony. Nothing to cuddle.
I mean, you saw the last one.
Yeah, you'd be more into like the John Wayne Gacy's sort of thing.
Oh, he's ugly.
No.
I like
Sexy, ugly.
I like when
That's the line. So he's a clown. He's chubby, but
But
he's
ugly.
ugly.
I'm sorry.
he does his
Why are you sorry?
he does his
Fuck
makeup.
him. Actually, no. Funny fact: the wife was born the day that freaking Ted Bundy was executed.
Really?
24th of January, 1989.
Are you,
Yes, she's
Really?
psychotic.
yeah.
That's like one of her most proud facts about herself.
It's like the only very interesting thing about me, and it's not even me.
It's like, good
Many
job, Mum.
Interesting things about you. What do you mean?
It's like, good timing, Mum.
That was great timing.
Oh, she got up me because I come out too early. She wanted to have me on Australia Day.
Australia Day.
My sister's born on Australia Day.
Hey, what's your birthday?
24th of January.
24th. You're just right there. What time? Do you know?
Was it in the morning or afternoon?
Morning. I think it was around 11.
I think Bundy was executed in the morning, but it was in the States, so it'd be slightly different.
Yeah, because they're 15 hours behind.
Yeah, when the wife told me that, like, first of all, when we first met and we started, like, asking, oh, what's your birthday? I told her my birthday, and she literally made me produce my ID because she didn't believe me. She thought I was fucking with her.
Yeah, my fault.
Like, you saw
Get
this.
out of town.
You saw this on the Facebook, and you're just trying to mess with me. I'm just like, why would I mess with you about my birthday? What the hell? Then she literally came in with, like, her fucking birth certificate or something and been like, that's my birthday. I'm just like,
Ah.
That's so cute, guys. Oh, love.
yeah, I know. We're disgusting. We're grossly cute.
Do you want to know something that's really, really funny?
Oh, God.
When we first started going out, his parents thought I was a guy.
Yeah, they thought I was gay
They didn't tell him.
because her name's Tony. I said, I'm going over to Tony's place.
Yeah,
I'm
but
staying the night at
super
Tony's.
funny.
I thought you were gay.
Yeah. And then Mum saw her come in the door one day. She's like, oh, my God, you're a girl. Oh, thank God.
She's like,
And I'm just like, hi. Y'all thought I was gay and you didn't tell me.
they were like sweating.
But yeah,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my dad was having a freaking conniption being like, oh.
we didn't find that out until after we were married.
Oh, my
Oh,
gosh,
yeah.
really?
Mum didn't tell me.
That's so funny. I love how she waited for that. Did she wait till the wedding to tell you on the wedding day?
No, it was
afterwards.
That would have been a cool story on the wedding
And it was
day.
Oh, you should have heard her freaking like vows. It was great.
Vows always make me cry. Like, I watch a wedding video and instantly I'm in tears. It's like the one thing.
Oh, we were nerdy as fuck. And we also told the nipple piercing story.
Oh, hell yeah.
Never gonna let that story down.
You love telling it, don't you?
Oh, yeah. The tale of the Tatars.
That's funny too, because imagine if Tony was a guy and piercing his nipples.
Just add some chains to those. Come with me.
Yeah. Like in Deadpool, you know?
Yeah. That was exactly what I was thinking. Every Deadpool has a Peter. That's brilliant. You want to say that again? Say it louder so they can hear you.
I'm broken.
Thank you. You're broken. I'm just damaged in transit.
You're along for the ride.
Yes. I am slightly used.
You're hauling the cargo.
That's a very adapt. Yeah.
Apt description, yes. I am basically the pack mule of this relationship. I'm carrying all the emotional baggage.
You got this.
No, I think I've got all the emotional baggage. You've got everything else.
Yeah.
It's got like a USB drive that you share.
Yeah, I'm like a USB. She's on the like freaking like CD-ROM.
She'll just send you updates, emotional updates.
Yeah.
I need an upgrade.
Yeah, your OS isn't performing at peak capacity.
Whenever I get really bad, he tells me that I've got to go for a tune-up.
Yeah, take you into the shop.
And that means that I've got to go to see my psychologist.
Yeah. Or the doctor.
I like that though.
Yeah, she has updates from the psychiatrist and she has body work done by the doctor.
But that's cute because that means you're really paying attention to her moods and how she's going.
How can I not?
I know, but like some men just don't. Like,
and when people tell me this, I'm just like, am I really that much of an outlier? Are most men this fucking asshole-ish that they don't care or what?
I don't know if they don't care or if they... I know it's a part of them not caring, but also just like not picking up on the signs.
Oh, I'm useless at picking up on a lot of signs, but like there are some that you can't ignore.
I mean, I guess I can't really say because I'm not a man, but with my experience in men, a lot of them are just a bit clueless and they need to be told straight up, this is what you need to do and this is how it needs to be done.
Oh, I need like the runway lights and the fucking like...
Yeah.
It's like this way.
But for women, they're like, I just want you to figure it out. You know? I don't want to have to tell you. I want you to just do it. Okay,
here's how clueless I am sometimes. A few years ago, I was tattooing this client. I thought everything was just going fun, having a bit of banter, and then all of a sudden, after she left, the wife came up to me and be like, you didn't realize she was flirting with you the whole time, right?
Oh my God.
Huh? What?
I was not even cross.
No, you were more just like, do you realize that she was flirting with you? I'm like, huh? What? Who? When? I honestly...
people are flirting with me.
I honestly was just like...
But if I could see a woman doing that to my man, I'd be pretty fuming, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, yeah, there's been a couple where the wife has
There's only been 2, maybe 3.
Yeah, where the wife has straight up been like, yeah, she's mine.
But like, when you're doing it right, how fucking disrespectful is it to do it right?
To me, that's just making a fool of himself, especially when I'm standing right here.
Literally.
The wife knows she literally has nothing to worry about there because I wouldn't even be able to pick up on it.
No.
You're like,
I was just like, I'm just doing my thing. Like, la 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 la.
Because people ask me all the time, how do I deal with the fact that he tattoos inappropriate places and
sensitive areas,
pierces people and stuff like that? And it's like, he's good, we're good.
Because he's not thinking of it in that regard. Like, you trust him.
I honestly don't.
Yeah. He's just like, how am I going to get this the right angle? Does this look right?
Honestly, I've literally just become a technician. It's like with doctors who like do plastic surgeons and whatever. they've seen so much, done so much, been around it so much. They literally don't see it.
Yes.
In the terms that a normal person would.
Yeah, like you over-sexualize.
I'm so exposed to it that I've become desensitized.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
We all have it.
Like, I tattoo, like, OnlyFans models, strippers, runway models, like, fucking 10 out of 10s to anybody else's mind, but literally it's just like, okay, we're doing a tattoo now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the wife has even sometimes gone afterwards, like, damn, she was hot.
I'd be like that, me and Nadia.
I'm just like, really think so, do you?
I don't blame you. Women are beautiful.
They are.
But they make me nervous. It's easier to flirt.
Speaking as a man, same.
Yeah, it's easier to flirt with, in my experience, when I was dating women. It was hard for me to figure out how to flirt with a woman. I still kind of overthink it, right?
Yeah.
Whereas with a man, I feel like, because I've had that experience, men are very easy. You can just tell them, I want
We've got like two switches on,
Whereas,
off.
Yeah, with a woman.
Women have a fucking circuit board.
Yeah, I'm like...
And you've got to check the levels and make sure you're not putting too much sarcasm, not too much flirtation, not too much side-eye.
Exactly. If I
Am I
say
smiling
do
crooked?
one wrong thing, I'm blocked.
Yeah.
So I'm like, or I'm being dragged.
It's like diffusing a bomb.
Hey,
Yeah.
You got to cut the right wire.
That's true.
What?
I'm not sending dick pics.
No.
You know?
so that's a win.
Mm-hmm.
Because nobody wants to see that unless you're gay, I guess. But I don't want to see.
I love how that's just become the modern form of wooing. Like a man would go
It's
up with flowers and a boombox and a box of chocolates.
Don't even say hello.
No,
Just
it's
like,
just,
here she is.
you like this angle, babe?
Check out Pickle Rick.
It's the ones that are down here for me, and they're
Yeah, the angles.
And they're
Trying to make it look forced
the chin
perspective.
thing,
Yeah,
trying to get the abs into,
yeah.
Yeah. Like the fully like...
Yes. It's like, okay.
It's like, okay, you put way too much thought into that. It was probably like a 20-minute dick pic.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one looks good from that angle.
Mhm. It's like, you're trying too hard.
Yeah. I remember getting this one, and he was like in the bathroom, and he's pulled his pants just halfway down. So you just see like
You see the mound.
the shaft, but like
None of the actual length.
tucked. Like, not the head of his dick, literally just the shaft bent down.
Mhm.
And I was like,
That
this
can't
is
be
not attractive. This does not turn me on. I'm sorry.
Just like, ow, that was painful.
And I didn't ask for it either. This is...
Oh, you never do.
There's
No.
there's no such thing as a consensual dick pic.
And it's
never-
always followed by "Let me see your tits."
Yeah, and like, I never
Or DTF.
even hinted at it. Like, you just add them, and instantly it's boom.
Yeah,
Here's the gold.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't.
it's like let's go on a peek.
Here's the one-eyed wiggling Nelson.
What happened to hello?
It's like,
How are
hi,
you?
nice to meet you. I liked your profile. You look
What's-
pretty.
What's your name?
What are you doing?
What do you do for work? What are your goals in life?
Nah, it's just swipe right, dick. Swipe right, dick. Swipe right, dick.
So, yeah, that's why I'm celibate.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck today's dating scene. It's ridiculous.
I can honestly say that I have never... Well, the wife is only my second girlfriend that I ever had.
Aww.
Yeah. I only ever met women online.
Yeah.
I never did the whole, like... I didn't have girlfriends in school or anything. I was a very sheltered boy.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know, I was scared. I was very scared.
I think I would rather, going forward, if I was to date a man, I would rather want that man to have less experience, because then I know, like,
You
it's
can
kind of
mold
innocent.
him,
And
shape him.
as in because I've just gone for guys that have obviously, like, security guards, slept with strippers, all of that shit. They've been around, they know what they're doing, they're confident, they can speak all that talk and yap. They know what they're doing or whatever.
Well,
But
they think they know.
they think they know what they're doing. It doesn't make it special. They're not,
They're not trying.
it's just boring. And they're just talking in your head. Whereas when you're with like a innocent,
When they're trying, when you have someone who's not
Innocent.
experienced, they have to try harder.
and like, Like, they're innocent as in they're inexperienced, but they're not innocent in here.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh yeah, like
Because I want to corrupt
an
you.
angel out here freaking the head.
I want to corrupt
You
you.
want to bring out the. I want to bring out the kink.
Isn't it great?
Unleash the kink.
Exactly.
It's like, you know who the nicest people in the world are?
Who?
Fives. Literally people right in the middle of the look spectrum.
Me.
Because,
Do you think you're a 5?
babe, you're at least a 7.
Aww.
It's supposed to say she's a 10.
Shut up.
We don't lie.
Okay.
There's flattery and then there's fucking just lying to your face. Like, I'm a 5 in looks. I'm an 8 in personality, okay?
Okay, if we break it down.
Yeah. Well, I'm breaking this into subcategories here.
Okay, so what's your personality rate?
Oh, you're like a 9.7.
Okay.
Okay, we're honest. He's getting specific.
I'm specific. People who are 5s on the looks, okay? 5s on the looks they're right in the middle. People who are like 3s and below, they think you're trying to patronize them if you're coming up to them. So they've always got that like, oh, this person doesn't actually like me. They want something else. If they're 7.5 and up, they think they're top shit because people have treated them that way.
I think it's like literally
People like
50-50.
Yeah, people 4s to 6s, they're right in the middle. They know they're not winning any beauty contests. So they got to make up for it with the fucking personality. The personality's got to come out to play.
Yeah.
And honestly, a 9 with the personality of a 2
Is a 1.
is a 1.
Yeah.
Like,
You only sort of sounded like a douche then.
I never claimed to be perfect.
I do agree though, but I do think there can be very ugly people that are rather the most beautiful person in the world or the shittiest.
Yeah. If they're that far down, they've been treated like such shit, they fucking hate the world.
Yeah.
So they've literally they're gone.
And then the same with beautiful.
But then again, there are gorgeous people with a gorgeous personality.
Yeah.
I'm
trying to
the
think of
gorgeous
someone.
people that don't realize they're gorgeous.
Like, you would be all up Henry Cavill.
Does he?
All over Henry Cavill.
That's different.
Surely he knows he's gorgeous. Come on.
Oh, he knows. He knows.
Yeah, and have you seen him next to his brothers? He's the best one out of the lot.
I have not actually.
The world's sexiest nerd.
But have you seen the new Crow?
I haven't yet.
God, he looks sexy in that.
See, he kind of reminded me of like the Suicide Squad Joker.
He's a little sexy in that.
We met Jared Leto. We know he's sexy.
Yeah,
We literally got photos of Jared Leto.
He was the only reason I watched that movie, actually.
he's
And I was so pissed that they cut most of his scenes.
Yeah, there was so much more. And people gave Morbius so much shit. That was a good movie.
I have not seen Morbius.
It's good.
It's good.
A lot of people shut on him, like, what the fuck? Why?
He is incredible. Like, what he went through to make that movie
Oh, yeah.
and the amount of weight he lost and the amount he gained back. It's
I want to see the new Joker 2 as well. That's coming out.
I do too. I'm skeptical though, like, the trailer makes it look like it's going to be a musical.
I hope not.
Like,
I don't like musicals.
I don't want to see it in the cinema.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it's a movie that I'm going to be able to sit still for.
no, she's gonna want to move. She's gonna want to like, because there's gonna be a lot of triggering things in that movie.
Is there? Okay.
Yeah,
I haven't even watched it.
it's a very like the first Joker. Technically, to me, is not a DC movie.
Okay.
It is a mental health awareness film.
Yeah.
Which, if you think of it that way, 10 out of 10, perfect, no notes. You think of it as a DC movie,
It makes no sense.
make no sense. Like, I'm sorry, if Arthur Fleck was in his 40s, 50s when Bruce Wayne was 10, think about that.
Yeah.
The Joker would be in his late 70s or 80s
A lot of
when
inconsistency.
he's actually Batman, and I'm like, I'm sorry, no, wrong.
But yeah, I do like it in the perspective.
Yeah, as a mental health awareness film,
an insane person to another insane
like the fact he made up that entire relationship with that chick that he was in the same building with.
Yeah. Yeah,
And Joaquin Phoenix,
I really did love that movie.
Joaquin Phoenix fucking knocked it out of the park, man.
That's what. Well, when you were saying what he went through in Morbius,
He did
I
the same
thought
thing,
of
yeah.
Joker.
And Christian Bale as well in The Machinist. He lost like 40 pounds or something for that movie.
Wow.
Yeah, he was emaciated as feck.
See, I still think Christian Bale's the best Batman.
Easily. Like,
I know, unpopular opinion.
I will give Adam West the OG because he was the first. Adam West brought Batman into reality,
Yeah,
but Christian Bale made the best cinematic Batman. We don't even talk about Affleck.
No.
We don't talk about Affleck.
And we talk even less about Robert Pattinson.
I was just about to bring him up.
That's the Dragon Ball evolution of Batman. We don't talk about that. I'm sorry. Even Andy Serkis couldn't save that movie. And Andy Serkis is acting God.
Yeah.
Sneakily. All right. Your little ones is done.
Looking good.
I want to play a game.